Hi guys, today I am going to be creating several dollar store Christmas DIY. These are items that come either from Dollar Tree or Dollarama. The supplies, I will let you know where they're from. So let's get started. The first project that I'm going to be working on, you're going to need some sort of a trimmer or scissors. I have cut out a Merry Christmas to all and to all good night. My A got a little messed up, so I'm gonna need to use a permanent marker just to fix it up. I'm still learning how to use this Cricut machine and what's the best things to do. I have a piece of wood. You could use Jingle blocks if you have any. I do not, so I'm just using this piece of wood that I'm gonna cut the size, as well as this paper. And then I have also cut out a Christmas tree using my Cricut machine out of a reusable bag that came from Dollar Tree. Some rope that I had on hand, and I am going to use one of my favorite stains, which is the Very Thin Ultimate Wood Stain in Dark Walnut. And then you'll need a rag. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the size of my paper and where I would like to cut it. So you want to leave enough room for your wood to go down, and then my letters are gonna come down here. I think I'm going to go this way just to make sure. And then my letters I'm gonna leave about, so I think I'm gonna cut it around here and then around here. If you do not have a cutter, you can always use scissors. And I'm just using cardstock for this. It's actually poster board that I had left over from another project. There we go. Now I'm going to cut my wood. Just gonna mark it off where I want to cut. I'm just going to use my garden shears. You could use a little saw. And I'm going to measure another piece, approximately the same size. Just smooth the ends a little bit. Now I'm going to stain my wood. So if this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. My name is Sonja, and this is my DIY channel where I create lots of different types of DIYs, mostly dollar store, but occasionally I do like to do furniture flip as well as trash to treasure. So if this is something that interests you, I would love it if you considered subscribing, pressing the notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. I also have two other channels, a cooking channel and a home channel. On my home channel you will find a lot of my DIYs and how I use them and display them around my home, as well as some cleaning motivation. There we go. That won't take long to dry because I didn't put a heavy coat on. So while it is drying a little bit, I'm just going to clean my hands because I don't want to stain my paper. I'm going to tape this on and glue this on, and again remember your wood pieces where they have to go so you leave yourself plenty of room. So about here I'm just going to put a little line just so I know where to put it. And for that, I'm going to use some of my school glue. I found when I used the Mod Podge, it was curling up a little bit too much, so I decided to give this a try, and I think it worked really well. I will go with Mod Podge over it. And now I'm going to transfer my letters. Go. Now I'm going to use Mod Podge and just go over it. I'm going to water the Mod Podge a little bit. And now the last step, I'm going to hot glue these to the ends and then add the rope. For my next project, I'm going to be making a reindeer ornament. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you let me know if you know where this reindeer had come from, which project. And then you're gonna need some aluminum foil, just little odds and ends. It can be ribbon. I'm using just a piece of greenery, some berries, and a small pine cone, and then I need some ribbon. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I will be putting some Mod Podge on here and gluing the aluminum foil onto it. And I want the less shiny side to be the front of the reindeer. So I'm going to use my Mod Podge that I had watered down. Who is pulled by reindeer on his flight? And you want to apply a generous amount. From house to house you go. So I'm gluing it to the shiny side. And I'm just going to take my craft knife, cut off the aluminum foil. How he's done in time, I just know seems to do just fine. I'm just gonna rub it with my nail. I'll give it a little bit of roughness, and it's okay if some of this on the side kind of peels off. It gives it that almost like a rustic look, aged look. I'm going to add a little bit more on the antlers because they seem to be coming off. I'm going to go over the whole thing. While this is drying, I'm going to trim my greenery, and I'm going to trim a little bit off of the sides too, just so it's not so bushy. going to hot glue it to the bottom. Now you can take some of this and put it even on the nose if you'd like. I'm just going to leave mine as is. And I'm just going to cut some ribbon. Just a little dab. And I'm going to hot glue it to the back. For my next project, you will need 22 clothespins that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And you want to take out the metal part, and it's quite easy to do. You just take some sort of pliers. I'm just using my wire cutters just because I have them on hand, and it comes apart. Then what the next part that you're gonna do is you will hot glue the two pieces kind of opposite to what they were, because as a clothespin they're this way, and you're flipping them and hot gluing them the opposite way. And you do this for all 22 of them. Okay, so now these are all ready. And now you're gonna take the pointy sides and gonna try and make a circle. There, and now we are going to glue them together. Thread this through. Now you could paint this any color you want. You could put glitter on it. I am using it for my rustic tree that I have in my front foyer, which is very natural elements on it, and I'm not gonna do anything. For my last project, I had cut up a branch off of my birch tree. It's a little wet because it's raining outside. And I am using these Dollar Tree pine cones. I have frosted ones and unfrosted ones. They're the mini ones. And then you're gonna need rope and some hot glue. So I'm going to cut these in about same length. I'm going to cut them all in half. The days go faster somehow, but no chance of that, my dear. Now I'm going to hot glue them together by applying hot glue all around each branch. And as you can see, I turn my branches around so that way they're all, the white parts of the branch is facing out, like towards me. You don't have to do that. I just want the white. You can also paint it, but again, I'm going for that natural look, so I will not be painting it.
Like life was pulling my leg, the days gone snailing by, slower than
I'm gonna give this a second to dry. So while that's drying, I have a thinner branch that I just cut off one branch, and then I got a thicker and a thinner branches on it. And I'm just cutting these little pieces, and I'm going to be adding these to the ends. I think if I angle them a little bit, it'll be easier for them to glue on. So now that it had some time to dry, I'm going to take my pine cones, and I think I'm gonna go with my frosted ones. And I just want to glue them in a circle. There, and then on the back of it, tying a knot, and I'm going to hot glue that knot into the middle. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I do truly love the way all 4 of them turned out, and for very, very small cost. Most of the stuff finding around the house or from dollar store. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you consider subscribing, pressing a notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. And don't forget to check out the other 2 channels, which will be linked down below. And until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.